We have created a solution with 3 different projects. Uh, we have added base entities to the core project, infrastructure and DB relation items to infrastructure project, and we have created a web project that we have not yet added a lot of code there. So far we have not developed any code to support paging, sorting, and etc. That is the main reason of this series, but we will do that soon. We are still developing codes needed to do so. In this video, we are going to add the repository, the main repository classes. Let's add a folder repository. Okay, I'm going to add an implementation for the iRepository async. Let's call this iStudents repository async 2, and let's create a class. Repository async. Okay, it's a very simple implementation of the iRepository async because we do not have methods to create, update, etc. Just retrieving methods. So it's very simple. And also let's create a class for student repository. Okay, and here we have again a very simple implementation of the interface iStudent repository added to the repository async implementation. Okay, let's go to the web project and add API controller. So let's create a folder API here to distinguish the API control classes from the MVC controller classes. Let's add a controller, an empty API controller called student controller. Okay, and let's create constructor here. iStudent repository async. And add a using here. Also, we're going to create and assign private field. This is the convention I usually use. I have changed the setting for the Visual Studio to do so. So, and finally, we're going to create a very simple get method to return all the students from the database. And it would be returning okay for await student repository dot get all async. That's it. But before we proceed, we should add the iRepository student repository to the IOC. So here it would be a good place. Builder dot services dot add scope student repository and okay async student repository async. Okay, let's add using for both of the references, and that's it. Let's run and see what we have so far. Let's run the application, the web application, and we have API, student, and get student. That's it. We have a get method that retrieves all the records in the database. So 21 records are returned and no paging, no sorting, etc. Let's go forward and see uh, what we can do about it.